day 10 of the 25 days of Christmas, and we're doing a gingerbread man. To start this off, I'm airbrushing my face with an orange mixed in with a little bit of brown airbrush makeup. The makeup itself is by MAC and the airbrush gun is by Neewer. I'll have it linked in the description down below. If you do not have an airbrush gun, do not worry, you could use face paints, and I really recommend the Snazaroo face paints. So once I've got my base down, I start to contour. If you can see here, I'm using like a much orangey darker brown to contour my cheekbones, and then I get a white face paint and start to draw on my eyebrows. I make the beginning of my eyebrows a lot rounder than I normally do because these are meant to be drawn on by icing, so I wanted to make them more round. Then I am just painting the end of my nose completely white because this is going to be like a kind of like a peppermint swirl, like a candy cane. I'm not quite sure, but to make this more gingerbread like, I get a brown face paint and start to draw some different size dots all over my face, and I carry this on down my neck and my shoulders. I then get a much lighter brown and basically do the same. I just wanted to give it a little bit more texture. Again, these face paints are by Snazaroo. I then start to draw on kind of the peppermint candy cane type swirl on my nose. I do this with a nail art brush and a red face paint. Once I've got the design down, I fill in the red sections. With that same brush and paint, I then draw 4 stripes on the end of my eyebrow. Using a white face paint, I decided to draw some decorative icing on my forehead. So I just kind of done a really big swirl on one side of my forehead, and then I just mimicked it on the other side. I wanted my eyes to be really simple, so I went for a white winged eyeliner, and I also went for some white eyelashes. So for this, I just got a spoolie and put it in some white face paint. To make the sweet on the end of my nose stand out a bit more, I decided to line it with some black face paint, still using that nail art brush that I got from Claire's. So I line the outer edge of it and then also the individual sections in the candy, and then I do exactly the same on my brows. To make everything fit in together, I also lined the icing detailing that is on my forehead, and I now create some sprinkle freckles. So I get a red face paint and then a pink face paint, and then I go through all different colours and basically just create some sprinkles along my cheekbones. I wanted them to look a bit like freckles but also hundreds and thousands. Now probably the most fiddliest bit of this makeup, and that is lining the sprinkles. You don't have to do this, but I kind of wanted to so it would go with the rest of the stuff that I've outlined. But I just get a black face paint and just create a black outline on every single coloured dot that I created. I then create a black outline on my eyeliner, and I then create a bow on my chest. I really did not know what to do on this area for a gingerbread, so I just went with a bow. I first outline it in white face paint, and then I create rainbow stripes on the outer bit of the bow, and then in the knot I create red and white stripes. I then outline this with black face paint. I now paint my lips white, and I do curl the edges of the lips here, but I do change this later on. I then create a peppermint swirl underneath the bow to match my nose, and I then correct my mouth. Like I said, I do not keep the outer swirls, so I wipe off the outer swirls and then just fix it up a little bit and just keep my lips white with a black outline. And lastly, I create some more icing details by my chin, and I line them with black face paint, and we are done. This is my gingerbread look. I really hope it looks like a gingerbread. I am not quite sure. I find this quite difficult. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you like it, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you do not want to miss any more of my Christmas makeup looks coming this month. I'm also uploading every day on Instagram at the moment, so if you would like to see more detailed pictures of my looks, then make sure you're following me on there. My name is @Brooke.Ellis_, and it'll be linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!